Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We are back here in no man's land. We just hiked all the way up from our farm because our new harvester has arrived. It's actually been here for a little bit anyway. Wait. Is that it? They're not hiding anywhere else, are they? That's got to be it. Let me see what's going on, why they have it on display like they do. Hey, I'm here to pick up my tractor, or my harvester. Yeah. Yeah, that's my name. Is that it? That is? Why is it on display like this? Uh-huh. Ooh. It's the first time they've had one of these in here. Even though an S690. You guys haven't had an S690? That's a surprise. Oh, you haven't had an S690 in this with this paint scheme. I gotcha. Sounds like they're just as patriotic as I am here. But yeah, this thing's a beast. It's not as big of a beast as, say, an X9, but this will do just fine for our farm. Let's hop on up. Actually, let me just verify, make sure that I can drive this out of here. Yeah. What do you need from me? What can I do to get this out today? Because I'm here to pick it up. Oh, the keys are already in and I can just hop in and go? Are you sure? I'm not going to second guess you if you guys are going to let me do it. Thank you. That's a little bit of a surprise. With as new to the area as I am, I'm surprised they're letting me do this. Okay. Here's that switch. Let's see here. Ah, there's a switch to fold it up. Now, where's the switch for... Hold on. Ooh, yeah, we need to move before we do the auger. There's the button for that. Nothing really special with this corn header. Just something simple and cheap that I could afford. Let's go forward, please. Alright, we should be good to do that. Yep. Unfortunately, this particular one doesn't have the option for the folding auger. Kind of wish it did, but it is what it is. Oop, let's lift that up. Even though we're not driving on an actual road, just a dirt road, just in case someone is coming through and they don't see a big green machine coming down their way. Yeah, we didn't really do too much special with this aside from the paint scheme on the side. I just always like this harvester, and I like the paint scheme that is available with it. I believe the bigger versions of this also have the flag schemes. I think there's Brazil for certain. I think 2 or 3 other country flags available. Unfortunately, they didn't do everything, but it's understandable. I don't think you'd really necessarily see this particular kind of harvester, say, in the UK. I mean, you could, but I don't pay much attention to European farmers on YouTube, to be honest with you. That's just me. So you guys may have to tell me one way or the other if this is a popular tractor over there. Tractor. Harvester. Let me correct myself before you guys do. But we've added a few things to the farm. We've also had a few buildings, or sheds at least, built. I haven't decided on what I want to do for a home just yet. Well, I have a couple ideas, but one or two of them may be unique that I either haven't done in quite a while or just haven't done at all. So that's one shed. We basically had two of the same shed built because why not? They were cheap enough. Oop, that's a rock. And I think this one over here I can back into. Well, at least a little bit. I don't think it's really designed for the harvester itself, but that'll do for now. If you guys had a keen eye, you may have seen where our other header is. Alright, so we do have a workshop. Looks like a liquid silo there. This is our workshop over here. And you got a spot up here for putting pallets, but I don't have the equipment to put pallets up there just yet. As you can see, that has some liquid containers over there, it looks like. This is just completely empty. So this might not be a bad spot to keep some of our pallets out of the rain instead of just sitting on the trailer, but that's if we get to the point of needing that much and we have to swap out what we carry on the trailer. Yeah, it looks like just some old pipes and well, there's something in these. I'm just not sure what. Maybe some old grease. And this one we actually have set up. We had built specifically to handle. Storage is empty. Thought so. Handle bales. Because like I said, I do want to get to the point of doing bales. This can hold 500 bales. All right. I'll take it. Ooh, where's the switch for over here? Ah, there it is. So this isn't a bad... These aren't bad sheds. I don't know what shed pack they are part of, to be honest with you guys. I haven't looked that far ahead. And we also took the time to get some gravel spread. We did go through and we got some dirt spread around and whatnot. Just to kind of help things look a little bit cleaner and nicer. And then, of course, I had to get some gravel spread out over here. Kind of make our homestead a little bit nicer. Had some bushes added and some of the bigger rocks that we found we've kind of thrown in over here. I've tried to keep this spot open just to be able to walk through, but we do have a nice table and chairs that we pulled out from our storage. Hey, where'd my stove go? Did that get buried? Yes, it did. Those guys, they were supposed to keep that clean. I'm gonna have to get that yanked out of the ground and moved. Anyway, the plan for today, at the very least, is to start running our brand new, well, new to us, rock picker. Because there are quite a handful of rocks in the field. So I do want to get those pulled out. I think we're going to see if we can get our courseplay going correctly. Don't mind that little strip. Apparently, when we were doing it earlier, I didn't realize that I missed a small bit. It looked like everything else, so oops. Just got done making it look nice and neat with the cultivating. But as you can see, there are quite a handful of stones. And I think it may just be this particular rock picker that kind of is not very friendly with courseplay. So we may have to make some changes and I may need to look into a different rock picker. But again, this was kind of in our price range that I was looking for. As you guys can see in the upper right corner, we have a little over $21,000 to our name. And that's with a $300,000 credit line that I took out just to get the harvester. So hopefully we'll be able to get that paid off here before too long, because I don't want to go too crazy trying to get that paid off. But as I like to say, it is what it is, and we'll work on it as we can. As far as the rocks go, once we get them picked up, we're just going to start piling them probably over in that little rock alcove. We have a spot that kind of in between the two that we didn't plant. We didn't plow up, so. One thing I was not expecting on this map, to be honest with you guys, is you actually do hear Bigfoot scream. At least that's, I think, the intention behind it. Because you'll occasionally hear like a blood-curdling scream. You know, like an animal is attacking or getting ready to attack something else type of deal. And it's just like one of those things, like, it doesn't sound like anything else, and it doesn't even sound human. Yeah, kind of over here, just off to the right of us now. This little area, I think we're going to pile the rocks. And then when it gets big enough or we get the funds, we will work on investing in a rock crusher so we can produce our own lime. Because like every other playthrough I do, I like to make my own lime. I don't like to pay for it. I like the effects it has, but if I can make it myself, I know it's that much more organic, as it were. And we'll slowly do away with the chemicals like the herbicides, and hopefully, if we can, liquid fertilizer and solid fert. We'll use it as we need to right now, because that's how we'll get the profits that we need off the field. However, long term, I want to get away from that, and who knows? We'll probably get into pigs, maybe. I know for certain I want to get chickens, and you know, deal with eggs and all of that fun stuff. Yeah, I talk about animals in every single one, but I'm trying to do a different approach instead of that being the actual purpose of our playthrough. I want it to be actually a purpose of us doing our thing, but to be able to get to a more naturalistic approach to our farming and handling of our fields. That's the idea that I'm wanting to take with this particular map, this particular playthrough. I hope you guys will stick around with me for the long haul, because this might take us a bit. Interesting, that was just kind of skipping over there. Apparently this capacity on this thing is crazy. I guess we'll see just how many rocks we can handle. Oh, by the way, I do want to say that I'm currently using my Hori steering wheel setup. I have not gotten a Moza or Moza or however you want to say it. That brand new steering setup that just came out recently. I've thought about getting it, but I'm also sitting here looking at my Hori steering wheel setup and going, I just recently got it, or it feels like I recently got it, but I've had it for about 6 months, give or take, because I don't remember exactly what month I got it last year. I'm sure we can go back through the videos and take a look at when I first started talking about it, but so if you guys are curious about that, I am still using my Hori, Hori, to be specific, steering wheel setup. And that's with the side panel as well. And I am using the feet pedals. So I am trying to be a little bit more fluid with all my steering inputs, moving the camera. Every once in a while, I just out of habit, I go back to keyboard and mouse. I like the tinging of the rocks. It means we're doing something worthwhile. So, pardon me, I am thinking of jumping on the Fallout bandwagon, as it were, and start playing the game for the channel. I may do that, start doing that for, I don't know which one I want to do. Because I don't play 76, I never really truly got into it. Just the gameplay when it first came out, I just was not a fan of. I don't like these online games that force you to be online when you just want to be solo. You know, I'm not a big fan of forcing people to do that. So, a lot of times, I tend not to go into those games. But what I'm thinking of doing is getting into either, well, I have 3 options: Fallout 3, New Vegas, or 4. At least right now as of this video. I know they're talking about, I think I've heard people tease about 5. Just like a lot of other games, Grand Theft Auto 6. I'll leave it at that, and I'll take things with a grain of salt. Just like my meals. So, I think the next thing I may invest in is a slightly bigger tractor. But I do want to focus on trying to get our loan currently, that $300,000 loan that we currently have, get that paid off. So, and I think after this, I need to take a look to see what the system is considering the state of the field. But I have a feeling I may need to come back through and get it back into preparation for planting. Because I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and plant oilseed radish just to get us through the winter time, and we don't have barren ground throughout the winter. And then come first of spring, which should be March, get something planted properly into the ground. Because right now I need a cash crop. I need to work on raking in money big time. So, and I think what I might do is I might take a look at, you know, just if selling these rocks would be more beneficial than just hanging on to them, or if the price of these rocks is higher than, say, the price of lime. Which, speaking of lime, that black silo right there is full lime, plus the bags on the ground, because I went ahead and emptied out the spreader. So, unfortunately, I haven't gotten around to moving them yet. But I think I'm going to take those over to one of our new buildings that we've had built. And get them over there so they're out of the weather. But that silo is set up so that once it's emptied out, the shop will come and take it so they can refill it for someone else. And I kind of like that. It gives you a decent amount. Probably equivalent to about 2 loads of the spreader that I have. And so I mean, that 2 loads can get you quite a ways with that spreader. It holds 10,000 units, liters or whatever. But yeah. But enough of me rambling. So if you guys, just to finish up the point I started making earlier, if you want to see me play one of the Fallout games, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. And I may not bring it directly to the channel on one of my 3 normal days, but I may bring it to my Sunday videos that I am very much wanting to get going again. I got one out and that's it. So I've been failing you guys on that, and oh, I missed that. Bad on me. We'll get on the way back. So yeah, we'll I think unless something happens, we'll catch you on the way to the point of almost being done with this. Yeah, That's what I meant to say. As you can tell, I ended up swapping out because I could not unload the other stone picker. Yeah, irritating as heck. This also costs twice as much, but still holds the same amount. However, the width is about twice as wide, so that'll be a plus. I was thinking of running the disc cultivator back through the field to make it into the seed bed, proper seed bed. However, it dawned on me that why would I do that if I'm just going to be planting oilseed radish? Oilseed radish is just going to be cover crop for me that I can cultivate in at springtime before I plant. So to be honest, I don't really care how it grows. As long as it's growing before winter outright hits, I'll be fine. I'll be happy with it. So that's the plan. We're going to go grab our John Deere planter, or whatever you want to call it, seeder. I don't care. The thing that puts the seed into the ground for what we are doing. Yeah, that thing. So we're going to grab that. Our field doesn't look bad at all, especially now that we got the rocks out of it. Huh. Quick save. There we go. Auto save. You gotta stop calling it quick save, but I mean it kind of is a quick save because I don't have to do anything, but it auto saves it. It's just like if I had to hit a button for it. So we do need to get the seed trailer out so we can. Actually, you know what? I have seed in here. I'm not gonna worry about fertilizer because we probably should make the most out of it, but we're about 50% full. And this is what I'm referring to when it comes to this. Because I'll line up there, and then we basically have double the seeding capacity, or double the width, that is. So let's make sure that we are on what we are wanting to plant. Okay, there's the oilseed radish. Let's get this properly into the field. Why is it only planting one? Oh, because I didn't put it down. Yeah, that would help. Now it looks like we're planting on both. I always forget that when I do to one, I got to do to the other. My headlands are always trashy. I almost said a different word, but realized, oh wait, I probably shouldn't. Plus, trashy seems more appropriate because it is trash. If it actually planted everywhere that I drive it, I would have a lot of overgrowth or a lot of not growth in the field, as it were, and I'd probably be causing a lot of damage by driving over this rock. But thankfully, Farming Sim doesn't quite replicate that yet. I'm partially surprised that there hasn't been a more realistic mod in that regard. But it is what it is. Looks like I might have to come back through and redo parts of this. We'll see when we come back. Oh yeah. I don't know why that is. That's just really odd to me. It's like just doing it right in the middle, and I don't get that. It's not like there's anything actually in the field that would warrant that. If if I can't fix that, that may suggest me having either issues with this planter, or I'm just not doing that good of a job. Let's see if it'll keep it up when I'm not. Yeah, it is. Well, at least for now, we're just going to have to live with it. Once we do just everything corn related. But it looks like it is kind of like it's trying to seed direct. Like there's another crop on top. Is the way I'm kind of getting the vibes from that. But that's just odd. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. I think I might have figured this situation out. I'm curious now. Let's take a look at how that map looks right now. Oh, yikes. Yeah, we want it to be the blue color. Yeah, we're going to go back over what we just did. That's my bad. I'm sure you guys saw it and were screaming it at your screens. But that explains why it was leaving the mark in the center. Mm-hmm. That's for certain the reason why. See, we don't have that mark anymore now. Or at least we won't once we get rid of all this. What was it? Weed, I think it was trying to plant. So one thing I did do is I did buy a couple other seed containers, so that way if I need to, I can fill those up, have those ready to go, especially once we get more than a handful of fields like this. We can have them ready to go and easy to swap out instead of trying to fill on the fly or in the middle of planting. So oh yeah, that's a lot nicer. It's not trying to compete with itself. Done seeding, planting, whatever you want to call it. Getting our seed into the ground for the oilseed radishes. Yep. So let's drive a little bit to get everything lined up. Or at least help with maneuvering everything. That should be locked into place there. We are good to go. So like I said, we just got done getting oilseed radish seeds into the ground for planting. So I'm gonna bring it over here. Ooh. We have all this back area. Well, not quite all of it. So I believe, just by judging my map, I think right about, we'll say this tree, on over to those big trees is about, let's make sure we're facing the right direction here. Yeah, about to where that smaller of the big trees are dead ahead of us, give or take. Looks to be about where we have room. Actually, we do own this next spot over. So we could take it along this tree line. And I'm just trying to see exactly where we have space-wise. So we could make a decent-sized field back here, or at least a couple. Now, some of these trees we're going to have to make disappear, or, cut them up for logs and sell them. That wouldn't be a bad thing to do. But I think we're going to call the episode there, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just a select few here and there. If you've made it this far in my videos, I do want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I also hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your week or weekend, depending on when you're watching this. And we will catch you in the next episode. So take care. Peace.
To an age when the world felt small, way back before we blew it all.